Taylor Swift concert.
Oh, fun.
I did once.
Right.
But I didn't have an account for that either.
Streamlabs, and it should be starting. Ayo, everyone! Hopefully the stream has started. Yes, it has. Alrighty. We have the game loaded, and joining us, we'll wait for a couple people to come. We'll wait about 5 minutes before starting the game. Little intros. I'm Galaxy Mew, and I'm the host of this YouTube channel, and I am also a foster ferret parent for VI FERT. I just want to make sure chat is working, so all of those familiar with the rigmarole of YouTube will know. Should be working. Ah, there we go. I see Spinda. Good. Okay, and Spinda does appear, but it looks like we have a double instance of the chat. So let's figure that out. There we go. Heyo, Spinda. It is so nice to see you. For Cheryl's benefit, Spinda will be acting as a moderator in chat.
Okay.
We like Spinda. Spinda keeps everyone in line.
Yay, Spinda.
Yeah. So currently we have 4 waiting, so they haven't joined quite yet.
Oh, it's on a delay.
Yes, they delay it. So they'll be able to catch up. But if you reload the page on your TV, it might work. It's currently running on my Firefox instance. Ooh. Righty. So that's exciting. And I'm going to figure out what I'm doing with this window. Here we go. Alrighty. This is very exciting, isn't it?
Thrilling.
Okay. Well, with it having been... It's only been 3 minutes. We'll wait another 2 before we start the game. So I have done something a little special with this version of the game. Yes, it is intended, but it's not supposed to go that fast. Let me see if I can fix that. Ah, yes, right. It is also a Nuzlocke. I should add that to the chat. Thank you, Iz. Iz is here, by the way, joining us.
Hi, Iz.
In the yeah. Okay. I forget how to do this. Well, they're gonna have to deal with the chat disappearing. Actually, you know what? It might be this one. There we go. That's the one with the minute delay. Now it should stay. Alrighty, so with that, we are gonna get started, and totally did not forget to change the title. The joys of live streaming, right, everyone? All right, sorry for the silence. We are here. I'm just surprisingly being inept at writing things. as you can hear me typing. There we go. That's how you spell it. Alrighty. As always, yes, thank you. Okay. Should do it. And I'm going to mute this tab. And here we go. We can get started now. So, a little about what the event is today. Today we are playing Pokemon X on, as a charity event, and we're doing it as a Nuzlocke, and I have done some fun things with the file. Joining us today is actually Cheryl, the rescue coordinator for the rescue I foster for. Cheryl, if you want to give an intro on what you do.
Well, I rescue ferrets. That's what I do. No, we are a foster home-based ferret rescue that has gone province-wide. And so my job as the head of the rescue is to make sure all the volunteers know what they're doing, coordinate moving ferrets from place to place, paying all the vet bills. Basically, whatever my volunteers don't want to do, I get to do. It's super fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all.
So, what are some things people should know about ferrets?
First and foremost, they are not an easy pet to have. They take a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of cleaning, a lot of patience, and a lot of money. They are not cheap. They're obligate carnivores, so to feed them anything other than animal proteins, which is like meat, fish, eggs, poultry, you're hurting them. Kibble has been causing bladder stones and other health issues, so we as a rescue decided to not feed kibble anymore, so all of our ferrets are put on a raw diet. And that's the most important thing. If you feed them properly, they will have healthier lives, they will live longer, and they smell a heck of a lot less.
They definitely do. I can attest to that. I can also attest to how expensive feeding raw is, but it's absolutely worth it.
It's actually cheaper than the expensive kibbles.
That is true.
But it is more expensive than the average kibble you would buy for, say, your cat.
Yeah, for sure. On
And
that,
I like the way you spelled my name, Inspector Spinda, because that makes it sound really cool.
yes. Yeah, kibble can be damaging. It's not formulated for even cats, really. Cats are also obligate carnivores, and they can develop kidney issues with it.
Yeah, well, the big thing with the kibble that we found is in the first 5 years, I started the rescue 10 years ago, and in the first 5 years, we saw 1 case of bladder stones.
Wow.
In the last 2 years, we've seen, last year alone, we paid for 4 bladder stone removal surgeries. This year, we've done another 3. So something is going on with kibble, because all of these ferrets are kibble ferrets.
Wow.
So,
on average, what do you expect the vet bills to be if you adopt a ferret?
oh, that's a nasty question. It's a cumulative. It all depends on the age of the ferret. So minimum, you're going to be spending $150 yearly on a vet check, and that's if they're healthy. After that, it's medications and implants if they have cancer, which most, I'm going to say 99% of the ferrets we get in will end up with cancer at some point in their life. You are going to end up with a vet bill in the $1,000 range. It's just a matter of when and how often. It's hard to put one number on it just because ferrets are like people. Some are a little healthier than others. Some need more medical assistance than others. There's no one set amount. But we always suggest that you have at least $2,000 per ferret in savings because there is no insurance for ferrets. You got to pay everything 100%.
Yeah, and it's also important, if I were to add, to make sure you have a local vet who can treat them, right?
Yes, because not all vets see ferrets, and that's really fun. Emergency hospitals generally have nobody on staff who understands ferret physiology. So when you've got an issue, going to the emergency vet seems like a good idea, but sometimes they turn you away. They won't help you because they don't know what they're doing when it comes to ferrets. They're very different compared to cats and dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking on the cancer note, my ferrets that I'm fostering, I'm currently fostering 5. They are Violet, Hazel, Scarlet, Prism, and Indigo. And we do know that Hazel, who just went into the vet last week, has lymphoma, which is a type of cancer, correct?
Unfortunately, it's not really treatable. The most we can do is give them prednisone, which is a steroid, to try and help slow the growth of the cancer. But it's like putting a Band-Aid on an open wound. It's going to help a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Generally, when they're diagnosed with lymphoma, you've got 6 months to a year left, if you're lucky.
Yeah. So she's going to be very well loved, though. She's being spoiled rotten.
That's why she's with you, Shasta. That's why she's with you.
So on that note, on the setup, you'll notice in the top corner there, there is a camera showing the fosters. I've made a little nerdy nest for them. Don't worry though, this is not their main enclosure. They actually usually run the entire room, which includes a wheel, a dig box, and my bed. And a bunch of cat trees. Aside from money, what are some ways people can support the rescue?
Well, I mean, money is always nice and it's always fashionable. And yes, Inspector, yes, thousands. They definitely are very expensive. The other ways that you can help is we're always looking for volunteers who want to help do events with us where we show the ferrets off. We're also looking for people who like to make things that they want to donate to the rescue so we can sell those things to make money for the rescue. We are not a CRA, which is the Canada Revenue Service. We are not a big enough rescue to do that, so we do not give tax receipts. And we are 100% funded by the public. We do not qualify for any grants or such things. So the only thing more valuable than giving me money is giving me your time. If you want to help out at events, hey, if you want to foster and you don't know how, it's really easy for the most part to get hooked up with that. We teach you everything you need to know. Shasta didn't have any ferret experience, and now look at them.
It's definitely been a very exciting 3 years, almost 4 years since I started working with the rescue. And this has been my first year fostering. Officially a year.
Really?
Yeah.
It was longer than that.
I know, right? But it's only been a year since I fostered.
A year since you came by to see what the bouncy tent was, and I decided to keep you.
Yeah, almost 3-4 years ago when you first captured me. On that note, in terms of gameplay, guys, what should be our nickname? Little G, G Meister, Big G, or make our own? Just gonna wait for chat to catch up. Because we could definitely make our own. We could name ourselves the Big Ferret. It says only happened because of my obsession, lol. That is true. So for those who don't know, is my roommate, and they absolutely are in love with ferrets. And Spenda says at number 2 for our options, so the G Meister. What do you think, Cheryl? Should our nickname in the run be G Meister?
That's very Gen X of you.
Alrighty then. I think that's what we're gonna do. Alright. I call you G Meister? Yeah. Okay, G Meister fits you perfectly. I'm sure we're gonna be great friends. I'll call you that too. Alrighty. So we're about to pick our first Pokemon. And here is the fun part of this run. All of them are Centret. Because they will evolve into the Pokemon Ferret. So it doesn't matter which one of the starters we pick. Alrighty. So we'll start with our Ferret. Or Centret. It evolves into Ferret eventually. I hope we run into more Weasel Pokemon, because that's always fun to stay on theme. What should we name our first Pokemon, Cheryl? I'll leave that up to you.
Oh my gosh, that's cruel. That's very cruel. How about FERT? F-E-R-T.
Okay, F-E-R-T. Let's go. We have met FERT. Yes. They're gonna call call it a fennekin and a froakie, they're all furrets. So, to inform the chat, we are doing a Nuzlocke. So, what Nuzlocke is that if a Pokemon faints, it dies. However, because we are doing this and keeping it positive, it just means the Pokemon gets adopted. So, we are doing a couple of changes. It's also a light Nuzlocke where I am allowed to use items. Because I do not want to stress. It's a self-imposed set of rules that makes it a little more challenging and a little more fun. The other reason that we're playing Pokemon X is because in October 16th, I think, or the 12th, the new Pokemon comes out, the new Pokemon game for the Switch, and it is based in this version of the game's region. Yes, we are fostering the ferrets. Alrighty. So, all the dialogue is almost done, and we're gonna have a Pokemon fight with one of our 4 rivals, which is one of the cool parts about this region. This game came out in 2013. It's kind of crazy to think about. You're gonna be my opponent in Pokemon Battling Debut. Alright, little Froakie, it's our first battle. Let's win this with style. We are challenged by Pokemon trainer Shauna. And we set out Fert. Now, because we are both the same Pokemon, it's really going to come down to the RNG of the game. I think I'll start. Oh, I guess I'm going to start with a scratch. I meant to hit defense roll. Okay, so we are a slower ferret, which means our nature is something. Or we got a low roll. Yeah, so it's just gonna be a really chill stream. Her hair matches her centret. Oh, that is very cute. The other fun part about Pokemon X and Y is that you are able to customize our trainer. Oh yeah, it could be a speed tie. You'll also notice that I have applied a resolution modifier to make the game look nicer. So that's why it's all crisp and clean. Okay, we've almost won the battle. There we go. We won! Hey, I wasn't done watching my cute little Froakie yet. We received 500 for winning. Let me fix up your Pokemon. Say hi to your mom for me. And off we go to talk back with Mom. This is also the first 3D Pokemon game that came out for the 3DS. Well, there were other 3D games. They were for the GameCube and the N64, and not a mainline game. Yes. You should make the ferret cam bigger? Ooh, I could. Would you guys like to see the ferrets bigger? It will take up that much of the screen now. How about that? They will take up the donations. There we are. It looks like Prism's on top of the girls. He's the big white one. And Indy's upside down with his head up. It's very cute. Oh, hi, Bugs Toys Review. Yeah. Someone from Sycamore. Could it be a love letter? What lovely handwriting. Let's see. Galaxy, we have barely unpacked and all kind of exciting things are happening. Let's get you and your chestpin ready for your journey. Our centret mother. She just doesn't know her Pokemon. Alrighty. We're gonna get a town map. So the ferret in underneath the big white one are Violet and I think that's Scarlet. Scarlet and Hazel look very similar. But if you pay attention to their noses, they actually have these cute little dark marks on her nose to indicate it's Hazel. Or to indicate she's Hazel. She's got dark marks. La la la. Tongue-tied. Alright. And our families ride on. We're gonna ride the ride on. It's both Scarlet and Hazel? Aww. Also, if you donate, we are going to give treats to the babies. That is the prize for donating. Not just doing a good deed. Babies will get fat. With love.
They're healthy treats.
They are healthy. They're freeze-dried turkey. Alrighty. We're about to go into the wild. Yeah, so this is just a chill, sit here kind of day. Okay. That's terrifying. Our first encounter is Samurott. If you haven't noticed, I have randomized the wild encounters. Ah, can't see the cuteness on my phone. Okay, I will make them bigger. And then I will move them. Cam. Below chat. There we go. And then I will move that for now. There we go. Oh, wait. It's fun doing changes to the layout while everyone's here. Do that. That should be easier to see, eh? Okay, now we're back to battle. So, we are fighting a Samurott. We are going to defense curl. We currently have 7 people here. Heyo, everyone! It's possible it's delayed. Unfortunately, that's the nature of streaming the footage over cam. But it'll catch up. Alright, looks like we're gonna win. Hopefully. Yes, okay, we win. We're now gonna quickly run back to a Poke Center. And we're level 6! Oh right, we should go check on what Fert's personalities are, shouldn't we? Let's take a peek at our Fert. Summary. Fert has a runaway, good to know, with a bonus in speed and special attack. Nice. Fert is a very quiet ferret, but very strong-willed. I will check the footage here. It's going. There we go. Oh, he moved. Oh, that's so cute. There we go. Cam's no longer stuck. Okay. I'm gonna go heal. I hope everyone's days are going well. Where I'm at, it's a weird mixture of cloudy, rainy, and sunny. The West Coast weather. Hopefully it's unstuck now. Well, they're still rolling around now. It's just one of those chill kind of days. Snoozy ferrets, a hot drink, and some video games. What more could you ask for, right? So the ferret who's currently cleaning themselves, I believe, is in... Nope. That's either a scarlet or a hazel. They are adorable, yes. Personally, I have loved fostering ferrets, and I hope to continue to do so for a while. Although currently 5 is a lot.
Try 8.
Oh, could not, Cheryl. I would die. I don't know how you guys manage it, but it's amazing. Oh, hey, it was Indy cleaning himself. Alright. What is the most amount of fosters you've ever had?
Me? In
Yes,
my house?
in your house.
I took care of 18 ferrets for 3 days because I had some ferret sitting jobs overlapping with foster placements. And that's a lot of poop. 0 stars. Do not recommend. The most number of ferrets I have been a part of helping was when I was staying at Christine's house. Christina's our vice president. And I brought my ferrets with me because we had an event. So I was sleeping in the ferret room with 28 ferrets.
Wow.
And that too is a lot of poop.
Yeah. Was that the most recent event?
Yes.
Holy smokes.
No, not the Nanaimo one, but the Souk one before. Yeah, so
yeah.
It was recent, but Souk, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Wow. I mean, I have trouble sometimes sleeping with these guys. But
I'm used to it though, because I do what's called free roaming in my house, where the ferrets just run around in my bedroom while I sleep. And I'm also a person who has medical issues, so I do take nighttime drugs, which probably help keep me asleep.
Yeah.
But I can sleep through anything. It's just falling asleep is the hard part. But once I'm there, forget about it. I'm not waking up for anybody.
Yeah.
Unless a ferret coughs or makes a sound like they're about to throw up, and then that wakes me up faster than a fire alarm.
Because that is definitely something to be worried about. Ferrets are troublemakers, and sometimes they will eat things you don't want them to.
They're suicidal. They like to try to eat things that will kill them and jump off of things that will break their legs. And you know, they're a cross between a toddler and a teenage boy.
That's a very good an apt description. Yeah, just today, actually, Scarlet climbed onto the shelf and knocked over my plant, so I can attest to that, yeah. Alright, so our first encounter, our second Pokemon, is a Wooper. We got a little water boy. Cheryl, what should we name the little boy?
I'm bad with names.
I know.
On me.
Because it's entertaining.
Oh my golly. Because it's entertaining. Okay, well, we're gonna call him. We know what we're gonna call him, Iggy.
Iggy? Okay. Iggy the Wooper has joined the team. He's at least tube-shaped. And the next Pokemon, I guess chat can name to give Cheryl a little break.
Oh, I have ideas now. I now have a theme in mind, so I've got more names for you. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, he's giving us a Pokeball. Hold on. What? Okay, so one thing I've done in this game is I've also randomized items that Pokemon can hold when you catch them. He just gave us a Scissorite. So if we ever get a Scissor, that is probably gonna be our main combat Pokemon. Well, that's exciting. Let's take a peek at Iggy's personality. Yeah. Alright. He's got damp, so that's nice. And he is a very Iggy is a she. She is very relaxed and somewhat of a clown. Alrighty. Now, in Nuzlocke rules, you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter on the route, which means on this route, we have caught our encounter. We must head to the next one. Now, it has been almost, I want to say, 8 years since I've played Pokemon X. Hopefully I don't get lost. It's crazy how long it's been. Alrighty. I do also have fast text on. Oh, okay. We're in another battle. And they have a Whismur. Chat, what is your favorite Pokemon? Holy smokes! We almost lost our Sentret. That's not good. That's not good at all. Uh-oh. You're in charge, Iggy. Ah! We might have just lost the run. Guys. Guys. I think our first run is, gone bust. They'll all get adopted, at least. Yep. We lost our first run. They all got adopted. So in this Nuzlocke version, if Pokemon faint, they get adopted. They don't die. Because we want to keep it positive. So I guess we're gonna restart the round. I'll turn on the speed modifier so we're not stuck in the loop. Just bump the speed to 150. Hi everyone. We're just gonna quickly speed through the beginning of the game again, and then create a save file before we get our Pokemon, so that, we're not having to go through the opening scene again. This will be a very fun challenge, everyone. Too bad we had a Scissorite and everything, too. Chat, it seems like we just got a notification about the stream. Hopefully we're not having any tech issues. Nope, we're good. Alright. Well, chat might not have popped on the screen anymore. That's okay. Okie dokie, here we go. Scissor, you hardly know her. Alright, off we go. Tris bien! Our journey begins. Totally for the first time. Nothing happened, right, Cheryl? Nothing happened.
I didn't see a thing.
No, nothing.
We weren't even in town. Nope.
Yep, nothing happened. If anyone has any questions about ferrets, feel free to ask. This is the place and the time. Oh, yes. If chat's not showing up, we can move the ferrets. You are right, Iz. Oh, no, it's popping up now. Bad timing there is to get it working. You just jinxed it. Alrighty. Down we go. Alright, we're almost through, and then I'm gonna create a save state when we get our first Pokemon, so we don't have to go through all this again. Does anyone have a favorite NPC from X and Y, if they know the game? Personally, mine is Trevor. I think his dancing gimmick is fun. Yeah. The ferrets are all piled together. It's very fun to see them. I'm very happy we could get the camera working. It was definitely a gamble. It says they're willing to rustle a bag. Ooh, you gonna tease them? If you rustle the bag, you gotta give them a treat. It would be mean otherwise. I do not remember anything. Yeah, that's fair. Alright. We're gonna be G-Meister like before. And then we're gonna pick the middle centret this time. We're still gonna name it Fert. And our first Pokemon afterward will still be named Iggy. Ooh! Looks like Iz is about to feed the babies. A treat. Okay, we're almost through the beginning segment again. And then I'll set it back to a normal speed. Here we go! The wonders of modern gaming, guys. I could not do that on original hardware. For sure. I do own this game, by the way, Nintendo. I have it in my hands. It's a fun game. It's ran on original hardware. Alright, we have saved and ready to go. It looks like the camera froze again. I'm just gonna double check that. Oh, yep, here we go. The door's open, the babies are awake. There we go, camera's back on, Iz. I guess if I leave it inactive on the window, it freezes. That makes sense. Alrighty, look at them all. I'm guessing Prism just jumped on Iz, because he's gone. He does that. Oh, there they are! First treat of the stream! Alright. Look at that, guys! Aren't they adorable? There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! We've got Hazel and nope. Hazel and Scarlet, and then Vivi's still trying to sleep behind them. And, oh, look at the worms! I love it! Prism is a very food-motivated ferret. He's also a giant goofball, by the way. If you give him any kind of treats, he, loses his mind, and then he will jump on you, and if you give him toys, he does stash them, like all good ferrets do, but he's very particular about it. These babies are not currently up for adoption, but eventually they will be.
Maybe next month.
Maybe. Yeah, if all things go well. With these babies, there are some health concerns, in the form of Hazel having she has lymphoma, she has lymphoma, and then Vivi, the dark one, she has adrenal gland disease. And the cool thing, well, it's cool in an informational way, a little sad, is there is a procedure that can be done to improve her quality of life. Cheryl, would you like to explain that? Hey,
The
Donaro.
medication is really what will improve the quality of life. Lymphoma is inoperable. Down in the United States, some people choose to do chemotherapy and all of those types of things. As a rescue, one, we couldn't afford to do that. And two, we believe more in quality of life over quantity of life. So we're going to make her as happy and comfortable as she can be for as long as she can be. And then when her time comes, we'll let her go.
Yeah, and that'll be for Hazel. But for Vivi, who has adrenal, what does that look like?
The symptoms of adrenal is when they lose their fur. It's tumors on the adrenal gland. And again, it's one of those things that we treat instead of do surgery. And since it is cancer, it's not curable.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we do treatment, which is an implant, it's like the size of a microchip. It's placed in the scruff of the ferret. It gives a higher quality of life than doing surgery. Every surgery I've seen with adrenal tumors, the cancer comes back stronger and more aggressively. The treatment is just way better. It lets them grow their fur back. They return to more of a healthy mental balance because adrenal disease causes some aggression. It's called the DES, and it's really a miracle drug for adrenal disease.
Yeah, I've seen the wonders of it working. Our first foster was actually a foster named Sadie. Did you want to tell everyone about Sadie's story?
No, because I don't remember it.
Okay, so if I remember,
what I understand is I'm the head of the rescue.
Yeah.
So I'm in charge of like 30 ferrets right now, plus my own personal ferrets.
Yeah.
So I honestly don't remember things. So I would say ask the foster parents
All
about
right.
Sadie's story.
All right. So our first ferret was Sadie, and she was an adrenal gland case to the point where she was basically entirely hairless. Incredibly, over the course of, I want to say 3 months, she grew it all back with the implant, and she was very stinky, very drooly, but we loved her. She was great. The rescue drove 23 hours to get her from, I believe it was Mission, BC. And
was she the one that was at the cat rescue?
Yes.
That was in Kimberly.
Kimberly,
BC.
Yeah, I figured.
And our Vice President Christine drove 13 and a half hours to a stranger's house, slept in the stranger's house, and returned with a sick ferret.
Yeah, so 13 hours there and 13 hours back. So 26 hours total.
Thank goodness she drives a Tesla, so it was affordable to do so.
Yeah, it's an incredible feat.
What was my first experience with ferrets? That's a cute story. I think it's a cute story. My first experience with ferrets was not my choice. I'm married, and I have clinical depression, and we took care of a friend's dog for like a weekend, and my husband noticed that I was much happier with a pet in the house. So he said, "Hey, we need to get a pet." And I said, "Oh, let's get a dog." And he said, "No, we don't have a yard," because we were in a small apartment. He wanted a ferret. And I said, "No, insert a lot of swear words here." I was violently against it. And then I started doing some research, and all the online quizzes of what pet is best for your lifestyle kept popping up with ferret, ferret, ferret. So I phoned a vet that I knew and said, "Hey, do you have any clients with ferrets that I could go and meet a ferret?" Because I had actually never seen one. And she hooked me up with a guy who had some ferrets. We went over to his house, and it was literally love at first touch. His ferret, Malibu, instantly came over to me, and I picked her up, and he's just like, "Oh, don't let her near your face. She's going to bite you." She never bit me.
Aww.
She crawled around my sweater. She was up and down my sleeves. It was like instant love. And so at the end of the visit, the guy's like, "You know what? She doesn't get along with the other ferrets here. She seemed to really take to you. $75, I'll give you the ferret in her cage."
Wow.
And so that was my first ferret experience. And yes, she did come home that night. That was my first ferret, Malibu. Yeah.
That's so
And
sweet.
Carl loves to say, I told you so, all the flippin' time.
Donna Rose says, aw, that's meant to be.
Yep.
Yeah. That's wonderful. I guess if we're telling first, my first interaction with a ferret would have been Moose, and he was Cheryl's ferret. And I was waiting for a doctor's appointment, and there just happened to be a giant bouncy house castle just a little bit down from the clinic I was gonna go to. The clinic never got back to me, so I got to sit outside talking with Cheryl and the ferret rescue, and because Iz, when they were a teenager, wanted ferrets, I'm a very studious person, I had done a bunch of research on ferrets, although I'm always learning, and was learning then too. And Cheryl noted my keen awareness for animals, and then Cheryl kidnapped me. I'm joking.
I didn't kidnap you.
I'm joking.
I told you I was keeping you.
Yes.
There's a difference.
There is a difference. But in the end...
One means I force you into a house. The other means I just keep bugging you and saying, hey, come to my event. Hey, come to my event.
That is true. And I fell in love with the rescue. So for 2 years, I went to events, donated artwork, donated animations, spread the word around. Oh my goodness, we were knocked out. GG's, FERT 2. Yeah, and then a year ago we got Sadie, and my life has been dramatically improved ever since. Yeah. So, we're back at the beginning again, guys. I seem to be terrible at Pokemon. Janessa says, aw, Moose was such a love bug. He was the sweetest. Sure missed the guy. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
For those who don't know who Moose was, he was a mascot for a while there, I'd say. I even drew a sticker of him too, which you can get if you attend local events. If I bring them with me. I shouldn't say they're always available, but if I manage to make a print run of the stickers, I do bring them with me. Yeah, he was just a sweetheart. You could throw him in anyone's arms, and he was just chill.
He loved being cuddled, and he was squishy because he really loved food.
Yes, he did.
No matter what we did, he'd just eat way too much. But he was squishy and lovable, and he just loved to be cuddled.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a very good intro into, oh my gosh, these are so cute. And then when I started fostering, it was like, oh, right, they're ferrets, they're chaos noodles, which I still loved, of course. One thing to keep in mind is when ferrets are at events, they typically are a little bit more tired because they're being handled.
Understatement.
It's an understatement. But when you have them in your home, they're extremely playful. They love toys. I mean, the ones I've had so far, like every single one of them has gotten attached to a toy or another. Just gonna refresh the camera. There we go. Chaos is their middle name, you know? With this group, I would say the most chaotic would be Scarlet, followed by Prism, then Vivi. Hazel likes to go under the, well, both of them do, but between the two of them, she does it a bit more. Hazel likes to come up and lick my cheek at night, because I do let them out in the room a lot of the times. Not like Cheryl every night, but like there are nights I forget to put the babies back. She will lick me, Scarlet will chew my ankles, and then Vivi scratches my head. She likes to go at the back of my head and just go. Honestly, it feels like a good head massage. Now, Hopefully we can get past Route 1, everyone. I promise I've played this game before. I promise. Yeah, right, and Scarlet learned how to climb bunk beds. So my sibling is in a bunk bed with a desk underneath it, and Scarlet managed to make it to the top level. It's just, she loves climbing. So, yeah. Alright, come on. We will get past Route 1, I promise. And if not, we'll have fun trying. Yes, I do know. Alright, here we go. What is everyone's... It's the fun part of streams. Camera is no longer frozen. Alright, there we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, I don't know why the first encounter twice has been a Samurott, but we beat it the first time, and if it does happen again, we'll beat it again. I will say with this whoa, hey, chat. It is a Samurott again. I guess it's just a bug in the randomizer. Alright guys, we can do this. We're gonna defense curl. We got this. We got this. We got this. Okay. Come on. Not water gun. We got a critical. Okay. We got in a critical. Okay. Okay. We just have to survive the next hit. Do I defense curl or do I scratch? Oh dear. Okay. Oh dear. Let's go for it. It used tail whip. Let's go. Double crit. Yay. You're right, Donero. Ah, we did it. I do have runaway. I should utilize that. Actually, do we have runaway or is it keen eye? Let's find out. Keen eye. We do not have runaway. I repeat, we do not have runaway. I think we're gonna do a little bit of grinding before I fight that first trainer again. So, also, fun fact about the stream is I actually intend to do a long-form video for the YouTube channel where I draw illustrations of the fun moments in the game, pairing it with footage intercut from the stream. Yes, Spinda! Oh, looks like Prism's up. Oh, Bob. So the interesting thing about Prism is I actually suspect he's a ferret type, or he has a condition called Waardenburg syndrome. Cheryl, would you be interested in teaching folks about that?
Well, warty ferrets are in the industry. People say it doesn't exist, so which is not true. Waardenburg presents in ferrets is kind of a blend between, in human terms, autism and Downs. The ferrets have some skeletal differences, and their behaviors and personalities are not typical of the regular ferret. They're a little different.
And
That's really the only way to phrase it. Yeah, they're a little different.
And he is very much a little different. He doesn't walk in a straight line. He kind of walks sideways when he goes forward. He definitely wobbles a bit, and his eyes are further set. This is very common of ferrets of his pattern type, just due to the way they're bred.
Yeah, and they tend not to make eye contact.
Yeah.
They do this weird head arch back.
Yeah.
For the most part.
And sometimes they're socially weird with other ferrets.
Yeah, and most times they're socially weird with other ferrets.
I
had one named Lily who you would swear she was playing with another ferret the way she would wrestle and whatnot by herself. You could imagine another ferret in there playing with her, so I think she saw ghosts, to be honest, and she was playing with ferrets that have passed. But that's the kind of thing that warty ferrets tend to do, is they prefer to play by themselves rather than with other living creatures.
Yeah, he definitely likes to roll around on the bin on his own. But this sometimes leads him into little confrontations with the white ferret there, Prism. I just think it's Prism not understanding how Indy wants to play. Otherwise, they're good friends. Most of the time. Oh, it looks like a Whooper is our first encounter again. Sweet! So that will be Iggy. Iggy the Whooper. And this time we're going to do some leveling up. Yeah, ferrets are fascinating animals. They are not rodents. That is a very common question we get at events. They are more closely related to weasels.
They are weasels. Technically.
Yeah, they are technically.
Yeah. Muscelids.
Yeah, it's a fun term for a family group. All right.
They eat rodents.
They do. We yeah, they're just wonderful animals, honestly. And the smell, you definitely get used to it, and it's not very strong if they're fed raw meat. Okay, let's do some leveling up. Yeah, they're good old friends. I agree, Spinda. Iz says they're going to give scritches, so I will see if the camera is live again. Camera's live, apparently. Oh, Donna Rose says I already gotta go as it's 2 a.m. Wow. But I was glad I was able to pop in for a bit. Have a great rest of stream. We will. Thank you for popping in. It is always wonderful to see everyone in chat. Oh, Iz is about to say hello to the babies. Aww. So the fun part about X and Y is this is when the first generation they introduced the EX share, but I don't think we get that until a little bit later. Aww. Look at Prism just getting loved on. He is so sweet. Yeah. And Indy's about to climb on his. Indy's like, excuse me, may I come out? The also cool part about Indy is he actually has white knees. You'll actually see it now that he's belly up. He's got these cute little knee patches. He's just a fascinating ferret. I think he's the most unique looking ferret that I've fostered so far. Oh. Oops. Alright. We're probably faster. Yeah. I am excited that this camera works. Let's look at our Pokemon. Indy's coming back up, guys. Get him. He's getting chunky. We're gonna have to put him on a diet soon.
Food plan.
Yes. They've gained a nice amount of healthy weight though. Like they're not obese. They're just getting chunky. So.
Well, winter, they tend to increase their weight and their fur by as much as a full pound.
Really? I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a type of ferret called a winter king, and winter kings tend to gain about a pound in both fat and fur.
Wow.
For the winter months, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I had one. That's a lot of fur to pull out in the summer.
Right. So for those who don't know, when a ferret sheds, it's best if you can help them by plucking the little tufts that are easy to pull out. And it can be a lot.
Yeah. And the reason we pull it out isn't to be mean. It's actually for their own health. Ferrets can't create hairballs like a cat. So any fur that they ingest while they're grooming themselves can coat their intestines, form a knot, and create a blockage. And a blockage surgery is going to cost the rescue about $2,000, but we get quite healthy discounts. So for the average person, that would probably be closer to $3,000 unless you're going into like an emergency hospital situation. Because of course ferrets get blockages on night times and long weekends. But the emergency hospital rate for that surgery is like $6,500.
Yada.
Yeah.
Yike. Spinda asks, do they hibernate?
No. Ferrets, they were domesticated before cats. So really, the ferrets just do what happens in the family. They don't hibernate at all. They tend to get up with you, in the mornings and in the evenings. Back in history, they were probably what's called crepuscular, dawn and dusk. But now they're up whenever their people are up and moving around. They do something called the dead sleep, which is both fascinating and horrifying. Because ferrets play so hard when they're awake, sometimes they sleep even harder. Their breath rates will drop down, their heart rate drops down, their blood pressure lowers, all of these wonderful things. And they go into an almost coma-like state when they're sleeping, and you can pick them up and they're floppy like a rag doll, completely non-responsive to anything you do to them. And so your first thought is always going to be, oh my gosh, my ferret is dead. But if the body is warm and you place your hand on the chest, you can feel the heart rate and they will slowly wake up. And when they wake up, they will shiver. So when you hold a ferret and a ferret is shivering, they're not cold, they're not scared. They're just getting their blood pressure and their heart rate back up to where it belongs.
Yeah, that's...
So yeah, dead sleep still scares the caca out of me every time.
It really is. They fold. They almost fold when you pick them up in the dead sleep.
They're like a stuffed doll. There's like no muscle tone. There's nothing. You can't really describe it until you have to experience it to fully understand how horrifying it is. Horrifying
and adorable. Once you catch your breath and realize, okay, it's fine, then you get to enjoy the floppiness.
The heart is beating. My ferret is not dead. Then it's adorable. But when you first reach for it, I've had ferrets for almost 25 years, and it still makes my heart stop.
Yeah. They really are. They are just some of the most interesting animals. Iz says they're gonna take a break because they are getting a migraine. So you are good to go, Iz. Do what needs to be done.
Feel better, Iz?
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have yelled that.
Alright, guys. It looks like we might get through Route 1. I'm hoping we do. But this has been fun. It looks like we'll end at around 5:30, I think. Oh, Iz is gonna say one last goodbye to the babies. Okay, we're gonna run. Run. We couldn't get away. Oh my god. Why? Why? I promise I'm not. Okay, you know what? We're gonna switch to Iggy. We must preserve Fert. Iggy will get adopted. Sorry, Iggy, you're gonna go to a wonderful home.
Shall I tell a funny story about why that I think is adorable right now?
Yes, please do.
Iggy is the name of one of the ferrets we rescued from Manitoba, and Iggy is having some horrible stress issues. All he does is cower in the corner and pee himself. So he actually is going to a new home this weekend. He's coming to live with me.
Aww,
So,
that's
yeah,
very
and I'm gonna
sweet.
try and build up his confidence and whatnot. I might have them at the event October 4th at the Bosleys in Courtney.
Mhm.
I might have him there. He won't be for people to hold because I'll just have him in my shirt just so he gets to know my scent.
That makes sense.
Yeah. He's going to be my pack-along baby for a while.
That makes sense. Alright, guys. They all got adopted, and I'm not restarting. We'll just call this a hiccup in the road. We're still in Route 1. We are totally
it's a first
fine.
Test.
Yeah.
First test.
Yeah. Everything's fine. I think the problem is we started off with a centret and their stats are actually really low. They're not.
Yeah.
They're meant as beginning like root Pokemon. They're not meant for.
No, that's absolutely where we went wrong.
Yep. Totally.
For
and
sure.
I'm totally not just bad at the game.
And I totally understood everything you just said.
Yeah, exactly. See. We have a witness, guys. Nothing happened. For the integrity of my sanity.
I am old. I don't know what this stuff is. I'm just talking to my laptop like it's the computer on Star Trek. Super fun.
It is super fun. Yeah. You're right, Spinda. All of Johto's really low stats.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yes, of course you do. It's beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just enjoying this. This has been a really fun time. For our first stream, I think we've done really well.
I had fun. I'd do it again.
Yay! And I can't wait to edit this into a cohesive video. Aww. Alrighty, we're gonna fight our first trainer and finally get out of this route, guys. Aww. Spinda says thank you for the stories.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, Cheryl's a real treat to the world. I think she's wonderful.
Oh, thank you. You ain't too bad yourself.
Aww, shucks.
Hence why I kept you.
Yes. I have been adopted. Come on. Come on, we can do this. Come on, we can do this. Oh, gosh. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. I'm good at video games. I'm good at video games. Get a headache already. Okay, no, okay. I forgot this generation doesn't give Whismers headaches. Come on. We got this. It's just a single Whismer. Don't uproar. Don't uproar. Yes, we won! We won, guys! This should not have been as difficult as it was. I'm very happy we won. I am now gonna run to the Poké Center. Don't get a Pokemon, don't get a Pokemon. Yay. The Poké Center that is our mother. We are running home. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna say it because we haven't had access past Route 1. Iggy is staying with us because this is for fun. Once we get to the next town, things get real. Totally. Okay. I'm allowed to bend my rules. I love the music for this generation. It's very chill. We're getting past this. We got this. Galaxy, once the stream ends, please explain to me how e-transfer works. I have been dying here. So we have had someone trying to donate, but e-transfer is not working for them. Okay. I will, since Binda and I know each other, I will definitely walk you through that over Discord. Oh, fun! Packages have arrived. Okay. We will figure that out for sure. Other ways you could support the rescue is just getting the word out there that we exist, as we are actually the only ferret rescue in BC. Cheryl, do you want to talk a little about that?
Yeah, when I started the rescue 10 years ago, there were 5 other ferret rescues in the province. Through time and lack of volunteers and lack of funding, all of the other rescues did not survive COVID. COVID was really hard on animal rescues in general because we lost a lot of the money from doing events and so on and so forth. So we are now the only one left in British Columbia. I waited 2 years before I said we would go on to the mainland, hoping somebody else would start something up, but nobody has. And there is a need. So since we have the need and we have the volunteers who are willing to do the work, we are recruiting. So anybody who wants to foster ferrets anywhere in BC, send us a message and check out our Facebook page or our website. And hopefully you'll join the team. But yeah, if you want to support us, spread the word. Anytime you hear somebody talking about maybe they want a ferret, have them contact us. Even if they don't adopt from us, we provide support and education to anyone from anywhere about ferrets, the best way to care for them, how to help train them, and all of that. And I think we've got a pretty neat community of people who all contribute in different ways. They man events, they make things for us, they do printing, we're 100% volunteer run. So everything that VI FERT does, it's done by a volunteer. And if you have some kind of crazy thing that you think would be helpful to the rescue, reach out. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, like streaming is what I'm doing right now. Things like that. Cheryl says, a testament to your good management.
I don't know about that. I'm just lucky. That's what it is. The truth is, it's not me. It's my volunteers. We have some of the best people on the planet in our rescue, and it's all them. They're just wonderful human beings.
Yeah, honestly, I can attest to that. It's a really cool crew. On a second interesting thing, how many ferrets have we taken in this month?
This month, I don't know. 2 weekends ago, we took in one weekend, we took in 14 ferrets in the span of 2 days. So a lot. We currently in the rescue, our numbers so far this year are the same as the total number of ferrets we took in last year.
Wow. And that was over 52 ferrets last year, wasn't it?
I honestly don't remember. But yeah, no, we tend to, 50 is like our top number that we've done for rescues, but that was before we went province-wide. So it's not surprising we're seeing more. Our numbers are going to go up through the next few years because we're going province-wide. But yeah, we're getting busy, and vet bills are getting more expensive. So that's really fun. Um, but when you have a passion, you need to follow that, and so that's what we do.
Yeah. And honestly, it's just amazing that you exist and that I am able to do this. I mean, I love fostering ferrets, and it's fun testing out new fun ways to get the word out there, like the stream.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm here doing this stream is Shasta proposed that they wanted to do this for us. I know nothing about Pokemon or YouTube or Discord, and Shasta's kind of thrown me in the middle of all of this. I'm just sitting here going, wow, look at those cute ferrets. And it took me a while to figure out that the game was in the upper corner and that the chat was in the, so, but I'm old, so forgive me. But no, it's been great just getting to know everybody and having a community full of people who accept you as you are for who you are, regardless of your identity or your quirks. Or we have people who are neurospicy is my preferred term. We have people from all colors of the rainbow. It's so much fun to have a family of people who all love ferrets, and we're all back in school. We were all the ones that were just a little different. You know what I mean?
The drama kids.
Yeah, the weird ones, the band kids, the drama kids, the book kids. We're all the ferret kids now. So
Yeah.
I think that's what I find most fun about the rescue is just hanging out with everybody, chatting with them, getting to know about their lives, and just my dad likes to say that I needed friends, so I started a ferret rescue. And it's very true, because I consider every one of our volunteers a good friend.
It's honestly it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it really is.
Spinda says, I wish more pet owners were responsible.
Oh, you and me both, honey. You and me both. I mean, if anybody's thinking about getting a pet, please, 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 even if you think you know what you're talking about, check out what the current research is about care for those animals. Even cats and dogs, we've learned so much about all animals in the past decade that what was once acceptable 10 years ago may not be acceptable now. So get some current knowledge, get some current research, go to a rescue, adopt, don't shop. Volunteer with a rescue. It doesn't have to be, a ferret rescue. The SPCA always needs volunteers. All of them do. But that's the best way to start is if you can, foster. Most rescues need foster homes. We are not the only ones who need foster homes.
Yeah. And I can attest to being a foster. It's a fun experience. There's a lot of ups and lows. I will say it's not always easy. It's definitely can be sad, especially if you focus on palliatives like I did at the start. But it's rewarding, and honestly, every ferret that's come through my home, I treat like they're my own because I love them.
Yeah, and I don't micromanage my people. If you want to take the ferrets you're fostering camping, I'm going to trust that they'll be safe with you. You don't have to ask my permission. Just take them camping. That's what Stephanie did. They had a great time. Apparently, ferrets love to camp. This is what Stephanie has decided. So it's just I've never would have thought of taking a ferret camping before, right? So it's fun that I'm learning from the volunteers as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me want to go camping, but I mean, it sounds like it was fun.
Aww. Hey, Cheryl. We just
Yes.
added another Pokemon to the roster. Do you happen to have a name?
Miles.
Miles? Okay. Miles the Sunkern. Alright, Miles. Spelled M-I-L-E-S?
Correct.
Alright, Miles, tell us about this name.
We took in some retired breeding ferrets, and they came from Manitoba, so we decided to name all of the ferrets with the letters of the word Manitoba. So Miles is the M of Manitoba.
How was that that whole going to Manitoba? Because we're in another. It's almost more than halfway across BC, isn't? Or halfway across Canada, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the map of Canada, Manitoba is pretty central. It's kind of like the middle of Canada. And British Columbia, specifically Vancouver Island, where I am, is as far west as you can get. So what happened in that situation is it was a multi-organization effort, and the rescue in Winnipeg had a volunteer who agreed to drive for 13 hours to get to Calgary. And then we drove 13 hours to get to Calgary, and we met at the house of the vice president of the Calgary Ferret Rescue. And Manitoba brought the ferrets with them. We all spent the night at this wonderful woman's house, again, staying the night at a stranger's house. It's what we do. And then we all went back home the next day, 13 hours back. So it was an exciting trip. It was exhausting. It was scary at times because we ended up in some bad weather. Because if you're familiar with the Rockies at all, you know that there's some drastic weather changes up in there. If you're not familiar with the Rockies, do look at a map. They are impressive, and please come out to British Columbia to see them because seriously, the scenery is just, oh, you cannot express how big a mountain is until you stand in front of one. You don't know until you're there. But yeah, it was a really fun trip Christine and I had. We figured we would either kill each other or become better friends, and I'm happy to say we're better friends. But yeah, it was a really, really long trip, long drive, some difficult roads, but we were successful. We got the ferrets, and they're all doing fairly well.
Yeah, I will post photos of them in the edited video just to show people
Sure.
which ferrets
the
they are.
headshots with the names.
Yeah. So what are some cool facts about these Manitoba ferrets?
Cool facts about the Manitoba ferrets. They're retired breeders. They were used in a facility to breed to make more ferrets. They're all boys. And so we had to pay to get them neutered. And I don't. What is my PG level here? What am I allowed to say?
General audience.
General audience. Okay, so I, in 25 years, have never seen ferret balls. So I was really excited to see an intact ferret with balls, but they were neutered before we got to see them. But I still got to see the empty areas where the balls used to be. So that was exciting. They also still have their scent glands. Ferrets have scent glands similar to a skunk, only skunks have a mist that sticks to you and you need tomato juice really to wash it off. With ferrets, it's just a really stinky fart, and it dissipates like any stinky fart from any human being. So, give it 10 minutes and the air will clear. But they're part of the hormonal regulation system, and so removing those scent glands is considered to be mutilation in Europe, but it's still done here in North America because the idea of an animal having scent glands isn't good for sales. But it's healthier for the animal to keep them. So I'm very excited that these animals still have their scent glands and that they are older before we got them neutered, because I'm expecting them to live 10 to 12 years, whereas most ferrets only live 5 or 6.
Yeah. My current fosters are 4 and 5. We are 4, 5, and then for the 3 of them, and then Scarlet is 5 or 6. The thing with rescues is you don't exactly know their exact age, per se.
People lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. The oldest ferret on record was 14 years old, so people who are telling you their ferret was 20, no, they weren't.
Yeah.
The average age of ferrets in North America is 6 years old, is as old as they get. They tend to develop cancer and other health issues and pass away by age 6.
Yeah.
We're averaging 8 in the rescue because we feed a raw diet that tends to extend their life a little bit more, and it helps hold off some of those cancers from showing up too young. But Yeah, they don't live long enough. No matter what, they don't live long enough.
Yeah. That's the sad part. Just it's the way they're bred. And that's the same with a lot of small animals. Just because they're not really looked at as, a quality of life kind of pet.
They're not looked at as sentient beings. They're looked at as property and toys.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
as much as
which
TikTok
is
makes
truly
ferrets,
sad.
yeah, as much as TikTok makes ferrets, very cute.
I hate ferret TikTok. I do. I hate it.
Yeah, it definitely gives a lot of misinformation about the amount of work ferrets are.
Well, and it promotes a lot of dangerous, very dangerous things, like ferrets playing with a balloon should never happen, yet that video went viral. Yes, it was cute, but guess what? Somebody let their ferret do that. The ferret jumped at the balloon, bit at it. The balloon popped in the ferret's face. The ferret swallowed the knot of the end of the balloon, and that's a blockage. The ferret almost died. So things like that. Yes, it's cute to watch them stash things and chew things, but it's also deadly.
Yeah.
So I think we need to. I really wish there was more regulations about stuff like that.
Yeah, it's one thing that's the beauty of the internet is information's out there, but there's also a lot of misinformation.
Yeah.
So
well, and the cute stuff is what sells, right? If it looks cute and fun, then that's what people think that it's about. But then, when they swallow the knot off the end of the balloon, it's not cute and fun for anybody anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's people, even if you think you know what you're doing, do more research. That's my advice. Do more research.
Yeah. We're coming into the last 3 minutes of stream. Anything else you want to add?
Yay, Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope to do this stream frequently. I'm hoping once a week. Cheryl does not have to join every week, obviously. I just thought, it's very kind of her to offer to join for the first one.
Like once a month or something if people want.
Yeah. Spinda says we need to make people get a pet license.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love you. Yes.
Yes. I think people should have to get a test done for the pet they want to adopt.
Yeah, or, a quiz would be great. And I mean, that's one of the reasons to adopt from us is not easy. I guess maybe we'll leave it on that.
Yeah.
To adopt from us, there is a very lengthy online application form. And then you have to go through 1 hour of talking to me. And I try and basically talk you out of it. And then I also do a home inspection. And then I might let you have a ferret if you pass all of that. But I'm very strict on making sure that you understand that kibble is not allowed and they can't have this and they are going to die if you let them do this. So I think that's another thing that people need to try and balance is when you have a shelter, you need to keep the animals moving. So you try and make adoption easy. And I think that doesn't help with the problem. I think adoption and buying a pet should be more difficult. You should need to prove that you do know what you're doing, especially with exotics and large dogs.
Yeah.
Especially with those.
Agreed. And as we're coming to the end, we've got 1 minute. Janessa says, well, Cheryl and Shasta, have an amazing night. I'll see you Saturday. For those who don't know, there's an event happening.
We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
Anniversary party.
Yeah. So that's local on Vancouver Island.
We will have actually 2 events going on that day. We are at the Bosleys in Courtenay for their anniversary. And we are also going to be at the Bosleys. Oh, caca. Is it Langley that's in Vancouver?
Langley's in Vancouver, yes.
Then that one, the Bosleys in Langley. We're doing an event on the same day. So we'll be at Bosleys on the mainland as well as one on the island.
Wonderful. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, so we end stream with our 3 ferrets. We've got Fert, our starter. We end with Iggy and Miles. The full challenge will be continued next Monday, hopefully. And we'll start the self-contained rules next stream. This has been really fun and chill. Thank you, Cheryl, for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for coming and seeing the ferrets and talking and learning, and I'm really excited to edit this into a full-on video.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Shasta.
See you later,
Appreciate all you
everyone.
do.
Oh, thank you. And appreciate you, Cheryl. Like, honestly, this wouldn't have happened without you.
Yeah, you're sweet.